Look, all the boxes went different directions.
Yeah, when you do the thing, they go.
They go.
Dave, nobody cares about you, I think.
Yeah.
I
This is
like to
true.
look at you. I like to look at you and not me. Steak sauce and applesauce and laundry and awning.
Okay.
How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good.
Silence your
Pretty
phone,
good,
you
pretty good.
guys. Jeez.
Silence your phone, you little dimwits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dang.
Oh,
You
everybody.
Toyota Corolla.
Oh boy. Okay.
A podcast prologue episodes of Walking Dead Universe.
We are Squawking Dead, a podcast pulverizing programs beyond the Walking Dead universe. Sometimes we give you news, sometimes we make you laugh. Most times we go deep. I'm your host, David Cameo, and I'm joined by...
Me, Cosmo Mom 09. Hi.
Oh,
Don't do
and
that.
yeah, that's weird. And Punky Brewster. You can find me at youtube.com/Punky Brewster. It's PUNKYBRUISETER.
Yes, the big face. Yeah, I'm still rocking out to that song earlier. That beat hits hard.
And it's a downloadable thing in our coffee shop if you want.
I'm Neo's the one on all your favorite socials.
Yes, and today we're here to discuss, to break down, to maybe vent a little bit
Yeah.
on
Just
this
a little
week's
bit.
episode of The Walking Dead Dead Cities. The third episode of its third season, titled Emigrants. Not immigrants, but emigrants. And
Emigrants.
immigrants. They're electronic migrants. Anywho,
Yes. Yes.
I had to learn the difference between these words when Silas was in
no.
school.
when Silas was in school,
Yeah.
what happened to the education system? And
Well, I'm
What?
sure I was taught at
She
some
probably
point,
did learn.
Yeah.
She probably did learn.
But, when I was a teenager, I didn't pay attention. So then when Silas was learning about it, I'm like, I didn't know. Well, I just thought they were saying the word wrong. That's a word. That's a real word.
It's a real word? No, I didn't know this.
excuse me,
Immigrants. Yeah.
why are you saying that word wrong?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm like,
No.
do you mean immigrants? No.
No, they don't.
Immigrant. Oh.
They don't.
No, I
It-
meant what I
it's a-
said.
But it essentially describes the same person. It can
Sure.
describe the same person, just at various stages of their journey.
It's all
It's
about
almost-
perspective.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
almost like Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. I'm
What?
for it. Say more.
You know what I mean?
No,
Okay, so
I don't.
Punxsutawney Phil, when he comes out, I don't know if this is right or not. It's just always what I've been told, and then I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. If he sees his shadow, it's
He's
six.
an immigrant.
He's an immigrant. If he doesn't, he's an immigrant.
Really?
No.
No? Okay.
She decided to continue with my nonsense. I don't understand what's happening today.
Yeah.
If he sees a shadow, what is it? There's 6 more weeks
6 more weeks.
Of winter.
of winter.
Yep.
And if he doesn't, then it's
42
6
days.
weeks. It's
But
6
it-
weeks until spring. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's
the
like-
But it
same
equals the
thing.
same amount of
It's the
time. So it
It's the
essentially
same
doesn't
thing.
matter.
Oh.
So it's the same thing. You know
Wait,
what I mean?
you're blowing
It's-
my mind. Is that real?
Yes.
I don't
Did
know.
you not know
I
that?
feel like that's real.
Yes,
I feel like
this
it's
is
real.
Yes, this is very, very real. Yes.
Wow, you learned immigrants. I learned that it doesn't matter if the groundhog sees its shadow.
It doesn't.
Well, literally, he's a groundhog. What the hell does he know?
I've
But
been lied to all my life, basically.
yeah.
I
no,
thought
it really
I
doesn't
thought-
matter.
I thought springtime comes in 2 weeks over the 6 weeks.
no,
What
I'm
that-
pretty sure it's like 6 weeks either way.
It is. It is.
So you're saying, just to go
I
back to the
could be
point,
wrong.
You're not
immigrant and
wrong. You're not
immigrant
wrong.
doesn't really matter. They're both
Yeah, it
migrants. And
Yes.
we have
It's
to
the
let
same-
them in.
It's the same thing. It's from the different perspective.
It
Are
is,
they
yeah.
leaving? Are they coming? Or are they going?
I'm
That's the
realizing something.
difference.
Are you
Mhm.
mad because you hate immigrants, Ray?
No.
Oh wow.
Wow, David. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's
No,
kinda weird.
absolutely not.
This
I'm-
explains why she's
I
so
say
mean
this
to
knowing
you.
full well knowing that's not the reason, by the way.
I know.
She said one generation isn't far enough, you know.
No, I'm mad for a very specific reason, and y'all are gonna laugh
Also,
at me.
that doesn't even make sense because she would half hate me then. She would hate half of me. If that were the
And
case.
also 100% of me. I mean, we all of our ancestors have come from a different country.
Well, yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, no, not all of us,
Yes, all of us.
but all of us have come from
No.
the same planet, so the word is irrelevant.
We're all
We're all
humans.
human. We come from the dirt. Hume.
I'm a Hugh woman.
The
Oh God. Oh, she's one of those. Oh,
she's like the
God.
herstory and the yuck. I liked it when we called them firemen and policemen and mailmen. That I'm one of those.
Wait, what do we call them now?
Male people.
That's where we go to the title. How does
Okay.
the title "Emigrants" relate to what we saw this episode? Because I'll tell you, I had a hard time with this one as well, considering the perspective.
Yeah.
Aren't they
Yeah. Okay.
immigrants
Well,
if
we
they're
didn't
coming
explain
to?
it. We didn't explain it to Jason.
Yeah, I still don't know. I'm
Yeah.
still
Oh.
confused.
When you
That-
emigrate, you are leaving your country.
And
Oh,
an
okay.
immigrant
If
is
you're an
coming
emigrant.
in.
And
Right,
and
so-
that
Easy.
same person, so you emigrate from the country you live in and you immigrate to a new
Into-
country.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
So if you're
Okay.
being called an emigrant, you're being called an emigrant from your host country. Like somebody from your host country is calling you an emigrant.
Mhm.
Right.
Or well, your country of origin is probably the more accurate term.
Correct.
Whereas the one that is receiving you calls you an immigrant. But see, that's the thing that I'm a little confused about, because then how
it-
does the title relate
Is
to?
it supposed to imply that there are still people back where they came from?
No, but
Didn't
if I'm getting closer
seem
to what
that
it might
way,
be,
but-
is that we're always emigrating, essentially, and maybe this is the attempt to not have to do that.
I don't know.
But up until 15 years, which we're rounding, I don't remember exactly how many years it is actually, but it's about 15, and we're getting closer to winter, the frost season.
Uh-huh.
So
Mhm.
maybe the idea is we're laying down grass seed or grass seed. What is wrong with me? We're laying
Grass.
down roots, basically. Like we're
Okay.
trying this thing out where we're building the seedlings of society.
Dave is running a grassroots campaign to get this title to work.
Yeah, I'm very
It's not working.
I'm very anti-emigration. I want
He's
you to stay
trying
put.
very, very hard.
I want you to stay put. Oh, so maybe that's what it is. It's anti-emigration. It's like, no, you stay put, and let me convince you why. Vote for me. I'm Renata.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, anybody else have anything on this?
No.
Knowing
they
full
just
well that
slapped
you
this
know I do
title
this
on.
every single episode.
I know.
Mhm.
I knew you were going to ask. I even tried to think of something, but I got nothing.
All right.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
done.
look it up. I was thinking the E was for maybe like an emergency immigrants.
Actually, that
They
is
had to
not
take
a
'em all
bad
in and-
take.
You actually maybe are the most accurate. out
Yeah.
of any of us right now.
They're e-migrants, so they're in need of emergency medical care.
Mhm.
They were.
They definitely were.
I'm just pulling up the chat in the meantime, but I think
Oh,
it
yeah,
might
good
be a
idea.
good idea to
I think.
let you
I-
vent.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not going to vent on that yet. First,
No,
I would like to point out how wrong David is.
about Dillard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's definitely
See,
a
now
real
I know she's
person.
mad.
And see, you know what?
I'm
actually
glad he's
disappointed.
wrong.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed now.
because
I'm not
wrong about something.
Yeah.
I think she wanted that storyline. I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, me.
Okay.
I'm glad he's a real person.
I thought this would happen. Okay, Beehive Girl is here in the chat, and I don't see her in the public
Hey,
chat
Bee.
in our studio. So,
Yeah,
sorry.
I see.
So before we continue, let me because
I see her in the YouTube
Mhm.
yeah. So
chat.
Probably,
I
yeah,
don't like
she's
Dead
always-
City. I gave up on it.
oh
Yeah,
no.
fair.
Okay, B.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Okay, so yeah.
What?
Hey,
Is
Tally,
is
I'm
someone
about to.
chatting?
Yeah. Once again, I was showing out and watching, but listening to folks talk about. I don't like Dead City. I gave up on it.
I'm not seeing
don't.
anything.
I will let you know. Look, keep checking in, Beehive Girl. I want you to check in with us every now and again because this is a new showrunner, and there may be something here that we can sink our teeth into. I'm honestly okay. Let me just front load this, and then we'll go back to it. But Ray could not contain how pissed off she was at Maggie.
Yeah.
And she almost
Oh,
started spilling
okay.
before I even watched the episode. She's very sensitive about spoilers usually, but she was so animated to almost tell me everything
No.
she felt
I,
about
I
Maggie.
made sure. I said, "Have you?" The first thing I said was, "Have you watched it?" Because
But
I'm
usually
so pissed.
you would ask me first. I think you might have asked me first, but still
I
did it
did.
anyway. Yeah, you still.
But I just said I was pissed. I didn't give any spoilers. I didn't say why. I didn't say what happened. I just said
I know,
that
but
I was
usually
pissed.
you wouldn't even do that because you don't want to taint.
Taint.
that-
Yeah,
This is
But-
my point because you're
but-
good about it.
I
But-
am. But the thing that upset me, it had nothing. Like it had nothing to do with what we were.
Because you weren't
watching.
even yay far into the episode, right?
I was pretty. I
It
don't.
was like more than halfway, but not
at least
at
more
the
than
end.
halfway. Yeah. No, not towards the end.
Okay.
No. Okay. Do you want me to just go there?
Wait.
Okay.
So, no, I was gonna make a point about that, but really, my point to Beehive Girl is, and to anybody else that may or may not be watching the show, is that it's a chance to kind of do things over again. Look, it could come with new frustrations from a new showrunner. That's fine too. But I'm so far. My point is really, I didn't see anything to be frustrated over at all.
Oh, I'm
So-
gonna tell you what
What are you,
irritated
blind?
Not
me.
in this one.
I'm gonna tell you the
No,
scene
not
that
in this one.
irritated me, and then
I
you're
know,
gonna
I
know
need to-
exactly why I'm mad.
I need to know why.
Yeah, I had beef. I had beef with this episode too.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Can I say something
maybe-
along the lines of what B was saying? I just watched both of your guys' live streams, and I was with you. Maybe Bridget was saying the most, like they were trying to give us a big bad.
Mm.
You know, the Croat came back in the first one, and I'm like, oh, the Croat again. But then he died, and that was kind of cool. And then the Dama in the second one, I was like, oh, big bad again. And then she went too. This episode felt like it went back to, classic Walking Dead with no big bad, but just people fighting with each other. So after this episode, like, got me back in it.
I'll give you
Okay.
that.
Compared to
There's
the other two.
I
Yeah.
have a caveat to that, but I will.
Okay.
I
I
did.
will give
I
you
think
I
I
wanted
might
to say
have the
that,
same
though, 'cause-
caveat, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
will give
watched
you
you guys talk about it, and that was great.
Well, thank you for adding that because
Yeah.
we're going to probably dance around similar. I'm at least going to try to dance around similar comments about this episode because this episode had a lot of "Did you get it, Dave? Did you get it?" in it. Like, oh, these people are like Negan and the Saviors and Rick's group. Oh
Meryl.
wow, Bridget full
Little
eye roll just
heavy-handed.
now, just for the uninformed who can't for the visual impaired. In case you're listening on podcast platforms, they almost rolled out of her brain. Okay.
Yeah, I committed to that one. Travis says normally when I do it, I make a face like I'm
You did.
having a seizure or something.
It was a very mini
like-
seizure.
Yeah, like I don't commit to it all the way. So it's like when
Oh.
I roll my eyes, they just like go up.
Just
and
up,
he
yeah,
says,
yeah.
That's it.
I saw white. I didn't see.
Oh no, that
people.
was a full Liz Lemon eye roll. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
Yes.
I really meant it. I really
Yeah.
felt it.
I really
I could
felt it
feel
too.
it. I felt it come through the screen.
Obviously, we're still lingering on it. All right. Well, let's. I was gonna go soft sell, but maybe we'll go straight to your critique. So that, because look, I know you. You don't want to talk about the bad stuff all the time, and we're gonna eventually move on to the
No.
good stuff anyway. So
Well, and I would
that's not
like
the
us
show.
to get it off our chests
Yeah.
so that you guys can kind of tamper us back down.
Yeah.
Which is often what happens.
Mhm.
Ray and I get real heated, and then you are like able to tamper us down. Like, wait, no, this is maybe what they were trying to do. And then by the end, we're like, okay, fine, we'll keep watching it.
And then instead of being mad at the show, we're mad at you.
Sometimes,
I'll take it.
yeah.
I'm
Sometimes.
the. Well, they
He's the
mentioned
martyr.
Florence
Yeah.
Nightingale in this episode, but I was thinking Mary Curie. I'm basically the sin eater of the show.
Oh my God.
I carry all the disease that you guys, bleh, and I'm like, hate me now. It'd make you feel better. Anyway, so let's talk about
Well,
it.
the
Ray.
chat popped up.
Oh, that was the Twitch
Yep.
Okay.
notification.
Okay. Still
Letting
not
you know-
working.
You should follow us at ko-fi.com/squawkingdead. Duh. Oh, 1990s are calling. Our dinner is here. Ray, get started.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what scene I had an issue with, and everyone here is
Yeah.
going to instantly know my
Okay.
issue.
Okay.
When Maggie is talking to Herschel and going through this extensive history with the pocket watch
Oh,
and
specific.
and who carried it at one time or
knew it.
another.
I did not
I
see this
knew
coming.
it. I knew it.
Oh my god. Okay, I need to describe before you continue. I need to describe to the audio only podcast
She's seething.
the teeth sucking, lip biting anger, seething anger with the answer that we all know is coming. Well, Ray, why are you seething with anger? Such anger. at
I'm sorry.
Maggie?
Who was the last person to have that watch? Oh, his dad? Let's not mention that your father carried this watch around, who was given it by your grandfather Herschel. And it was a very very emotionally impactful moment when he gave that over to Glenn. But let's not bring that up, huh, Maggie?
As soon as she said this was my father's, and it was his father's before him, I was like, oh shit, here we go.
That
Mind
was worth
you-
the bleep.
Mind you, none of this is what any of the complaint I have at all.
No, I know.
Right.
I know.
But here's
I
I
told
had
you
thought-
it was a very specific.
I was gonna have to
complaint.
ramp up a. No, I have nothing for that. I literally, you can have it.
Right? I'm
However-
sorry. Why are not more people raging about this? This is a big deal, and I'm so mad at Maggie right now.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out my next move here, but before I do, Beehive Girl says, "Okay, I want to hear the complaints." Maybe I talked into trying this show this season. Okay,
Okay.
Let's-
I have other complaints. I have other
Oh,
complaints.
wait, no. I do want to address this because, and I'm not trying to comment, not trying to take you down off a ledge, Ray,
Good, because
I-
I'm not coming down.
but I
She's
will
not.
play a lateral move because we all love Herschel Senior, right? Maggie's
Of
father.
course.
There was a concerted effort to match or to give Herschel his namesake based on his medical, however limited, vet knowledge
Mhm.
on Herschel, and how in an unexpected way she probably for so long was trying to imprint Glenn onto Herschel, and maybe the showrunners too, by the way. Every time we saw Herschel in the past, when it was Key and Spiller back in The Walking Dead, you know, he's in Glenn's hat in early seasons of The Walking Dead, that sort of vibe. Whereas, oh wait, maybe we should have zigged instead of zagged, and maybe more imprinted the senior Herschel onto this character. And let's try
Well,
that out.
To be fair, she was with Glenn for a very short period of time because, you know, end of the world and whatnot.
Mhm.
In the
Also-
grand scheme of the universe.
Also,
sure.
like super short period of time, because remember, like, the farm is however many days or whatever. It's not like a long period of time, and that was a whole season.
Mhm.
So she's not with him for a super long time. Whatever Maggie would be trying to imprint on her son, whatever role models had influenced her, would be the ones that had influenced her for the majority of her life. So it would be Herschel. That would be the role model that she would be
Senior,
trying to like
right.
kind of, trying to like give Herschel Jr. But anyway,
And they front load this with the whole talking about the maggots and the dirt, how that made her feel a certain way about, well, my daddy used to talk about that, and then having down to the flashback of Herschel pumping the heir into the thing. So I feel like that's where they were going, and I definitely understand what you're saying, but I
100%,
think
100% on
but that's
board
kind of
with
like a
all of
decision that
that.
you'd have to make
100%
in the writers'
all of
room, be
that.
like, do we really want to insert Glenn into this moment when really what we're trying to do is
Well, I
make
mean,
this
it
about
could have
Herschel
just been
Senior?
It could have been a
one
passing
line.
comment.
Yeah,
Yep.
it could've just
Like,
been one line.
I
your
agree.
dad had this. He got it from my dad, who got it from his dad, and then hone in on all the Herschel Senior stuff. 100%. I understand what they're doing. I'm not taking away from that, but
Well, you could even do the whole thing where
mention his dad.
I know your daddy didn't have it that long, but
Yeah.
here
Sure.
you go.
Could have been a simple throwaway line, but no. Now I'm furious. Look what they did.
Yeah.
It is funny because I did know immediately upon the sentence being uttered. I was like,
Really?
By whom? Sorry.
as soon as Maggie said
or
that,
Ray?
Matt,
as soon as Maggie said that, I was like, oh, Ray is gonna be really mad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gathering, since I kind of jumped in the middle, that you're talking about when she gave him the watch. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and failed to
I
mention
actually-
his father.
Sharon, can
I
you tilt
actually-
down a bit?
Yeah.
That and the camera.
That's camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
you.
the same thing though. I was like, wait a
boy.
minute, why didn't they talk about Glenn? Why did? So
Thank
like,
you.
I'm kind of with you there. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't furious about it, but I understand why
Yeah,
you
no.
are. But I did think the same thing. I was like, why? Why skip Glenn? Because he had the watch. That was a big deal when Herschel gave him
Now you know
the
that.
watch.
Yeah.
So
So, BF Girl says also, okay, I would have had a huge seething beef about that too. Though
Oh,
Maggie may not have known how important that moment was, Herschel giving Glenn the watch, but still. Yeah, I guess.
sure.
Yeah.
She wasn't there for the moment between Herschel and Glenn.
Yeah, it's not about
But he
Maggie.
did have it. She knew that Glenn had it.
Yeah, that is a good point.
at
That is a
one point.
really good point, actually, Beehive Girl, because that really is mostly a special moment for Glenn that that has nothing to do with Maggie, and it was originally Herschel Senior's watch, and obviously he had it a lot longer, and it shouldn't take away from the viewer, but I do get that explanation actually makes more sense than what I was trying to do. So kudos. For
So
a person who hasn't watched the show yet.
I'm sorry if you've already mentioned this, but do you guys get like prison season vibes from this? Because like we've got first of all, we've had a baby born here.
Ooh.
We've had
Oh.
someone's leg amputated below the knee, right? We've had someone's leg
Oh.
amputated from a walker bite. We've
Okay.
had someone turn and attack people in their rooms or cells. Right? Because
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
happens at the end. The guy's
mhm.
sleeping there, he's chained to a thing, and then the guy starts biting him. So
Yeah.
I feel like
They're cuffed.
right.
Mhm.
So I feel I just got really super prison vibes in this
She
episode. And
nailed
then
it.
then the whole thing
Totally
between
didn't see
Herschel and
Luis?
no, I'm sorry, Herschel and Glenn. You know, like with them, because Herschel, they were helping each other and all that. So anyway, I just got really serious prison vibes.
Somebody have a TV up really loud?
Oh, I think it was the background.
Oh, okay.
Dennis's
Sorry,
party.
it was.
I
yeah,
heard
Dennis
it
was
earlier
watching
too. That's why I
something.
didn't think
Yeah.
it was Charity. Anyway,
But anyway, yeah, I thought that was what I thought of, especially when they started. I started turning and attacking other people in the hospital.
That's good to know, because I don't remember the prison season that much. Shane was still around then, right?
No,
The
he
prison?
was
No.
gone.
no.
No.
He was gone on Herschel's
Oh.
farm. Interestingly enough,
Herschel's farm.
so
Well,
go
like
figure.
Okay.
during that season, but they were pretty far from the farm.
Mm-hmm,
Anyway.
mm-hmm. Oh boy. Well,
Also, they call it a fortress. Like the prison was a fortress, right? People just couldn't get into it. You know what I mean?
right.
And they actually call the island. Were they referring to the island or to the building as a
I
fortress?
think the
I'm not sure.
island.
The
I think
island.
they're
Manhattan,
referring more
yeah.
to the island, yeah.
Which technically it was when the Swedish at first came in. The Dutch.
I couldn't make it last week, but one of the
Hence
things I wanted
Wall
to say
Street.
was at the end, all those people had boats. That would have been super helpful when they were taking a cooler across the
Yeah.
river last season. Was it last season?
I think it was the first season.
Yeah.
I think it was
Ginny in the well.
Trash.
Oh, I
barrel.
guess no, it was second season. You're right.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember them going across the river in a cooler. So those mini boats that they had sure would have been handy.
From Newark and Belleville, which are very close to one another in
Are
true.
they? Okay.
I have a map actually, if you want to see it.
I don't care that much. I
She
trust
doesn't
you.
care.
If you tell me they're close,
My
that's all I need
pride
to
as
know.
a New Yorker has been hurt. Don't
Isn't
care.
Newark
actually.
in New Jersey?
Yes, correct. Belleville is also New Jersey. They came
Oh.
across the water.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
I'd never heard of
The Hudson.
Belleville.
Yep. Which
Oh.
the route obviously is beautiful village. Belleville.
Heard of
Yay.
Newark.
Newark is
So
we
is
don't-
Bellevue.
We don't talk about it.
I know. I kept wanting to say Bellevue.
No,
Yeah.
Bellevue is beautiful view. How pedestrian. Anyway, Beehive Girl says, I did like the prison season. Oh, I think
No,
we're...
no, 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 no.
Okay, so she's watched
No.
Walking Dead,
Yes.
but not.
Beehive
Dead
Girl,
City.
don't watch this based on that. Don't do that.
Oh, they could...
Don't.
No,
don't-
I am
missionary
not. I am not in
religion.
any way equating the whole show to that. I'm just
I
saying this
am-
particular episode.
Your pro-emigration
I-
candidate, and I'm also your pro-conversion
How do I mute
candidate.
David?
How do you...
Nope,
No,
I
you
can't.
can't. I am in full
Okay.
control.
Bridget, what were you
Bridget
saying?
probably can.
I
know,
just
now
want
we
to
need
say, I just
Bridget's
want to say,
grievance.
the prison season is one of my favorites, and so actually, no, I refuse. I understand there's a lot of similarities. I refuse to acknowledge them. I will not. I will
No,
not.
Bridget, this is their attempt to be like,
No.
look,
Don't
we
even
love
care.
you guys.
Don't
see,
even care. No,
see,
don't
you
even care.
liked it
Don't
so
even care.
much. We'll give it to
Don't
you
even
again.
care.
I can
Do you
change.
know why?
Don't even care.
She's
I
doing
can
the same thing you
change.
do. That's crazy
even
that
care.
you're convincing her that it's okay.
No, I'm not.
Don't-
I'm making
don't
fun
even
of
care.
what they're doing right now.
I don't. Yeah, I understand their intentions. I do not care.
It is a desperate
One,
attempt to like.
I have
please,
several
viewers,
grievances. I have several
Oh,
grievances.
she leaned
Several.
into
One.
the mic, guys. You gotta...
One.
Shh.
One, Luis's hair.
Mhm.
Brother, that is a young man's haircut. You are not a young man.
Say more? What is
It's-
happening?
Yeah, I
Why
didn't
is it
notice.
so? It's the part is so far over, brother. Like
Oh,
why?
this is-
I don't know.
Because
some
he
people
went to
have
the
that,
Lou Diamond
Is-
Phillips School of
that line there.
Yeah.
fashion.
Is it more offensive than Sam's haircut?
Sam Anderson.
No,
Sam
nothing
Anderson's
is more
haircut
offensive.
is forever the most offensive.
That's the baseline. That's the cutoff. That's where nothing is forgiven.
It was one of those things that like Louise's hair did not look this far over until like this episode, and I was like, "What? Who
It's
restyled?"
because he's feeling all up in himself because they're getting stuff done and he's
He's,
getting his confidence back.
He
and
got like
he's-
influenced by Herschel's haircut. I think. Like,
Yeah.
he's,
Mhm.
yeah.
it's like in the office
Well,
when
Herschel's is more
Dwight
like
decides he really wants
Sam.
his hair to look like Jim's, and he's like flattening it on his forehead. Or no, Michael does that. He's like flattening it on his forehead. Anyway, okay, that was grievance number 1. 2,
That was the first one? Okay.
that was just the first one.
What's the
yeah.
solution there? What do you...
Two.
What do you...
Let his hair be like it was before. Why is it so
What
severely
was it like
parted?
before?
It wasn't as like I'm serious. Like the part was like all the way over here at like his temple.
maybe it was bedhead that day. Like maybe
Yeah.
that was just where he slept on it after he
Sure.
took a shower.
Right.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Anyway,
What shower, Bridget? What shower?
well,
Shandy?
he's like
What
he's
shower?
a good looking. He's like a
They
good
have
looking
power.
guy. He's a good looking
Yeah,
guy.
he
So
is.
I'm like,
good-looking
why?
guys have their day.
You know what I mean? Just like that's a young man's haircut, my friend.
And look at me. I have off days.
When you do it when you're older, it looks like maybe you have a comb over.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
And there you go.
So you know,
That's
it's
it.
just not. It's not a good look. Anyway, moving on.
Second grievance.
A second grievance.
It beats
The airing
snubbing
of
of
the
Glenn.
grievances.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is,
know. I don't know
Festivus
if I
for the
can.
rest of us.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know if I can really put this into words how I feel about this, but the vibe is off. The vibe is so far off. You
It's
remember
off.
how I said? Do you remember how I said first episode? I was like, this episode is weird. Why does this feel like a sitcom? This is weird. We go into the second episode. I'm like, okay, all of that is gone. Fine. Third episode, we're back at sitcom level. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Why are you all so hopeful? Why is everyone like, let's link arms and we're gonna go through Central Park? I can't handle it. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Thankfully, the two leaders of those other groups killed each other, because otherwise I was like, dude, what is happening? Your odds are insane. There's no way.
I'm
I was
upset
glad
we
that
didn't get to
happened.
see that.
Yeah.
I know they glossed over it way
Yeah,
too fast.
I
They
wanted to
glossed
see it
over it
too.
way too fast.
Yeah.
Two, I was like, you guys are both horrible leaders because you let your people lead instead of you. So you're both idiots. You deserve to die anyway.
Say that again. You let your people lead?
Yeah, they
Instead
let
of
their
you?
people lead. They weren't leading. They were just having an argument instead of leading. It was very weird. Hi, Kayla. And then
Kayla Dara, Facebook.
And then, okay, that's my second grievance. Then on top of that, David's stupid theory about Dillard was wrong, and now I'm mad about it.
Do you want to explain what
and
that
also,
was?
well, David said maybe that Dillard wasn't real, and maybe he was in Negan's head. And I, at first, was like mad, but then it was kind of like the kombucha meme where you're like, it was one of those, where I'm like, no, I don't like maybe. So I was starting to buy in. I was starting to buy in, and literally within the first second of this episode, it was destroyed. So I was
Maggie he throws a rag to Maggie.
I was like, okay, great, thanks.
I did like that scene though. There's a lot there.
And then
there's another grievance, or what's happening?
Then we get to the end, and I am so grossed out. This is like, we're teetering on governor territory here. And here's the thing, I know another nod to the prison season. You know what, you guys? You can't replicate the prison season. The prison season was perfection. You can't do it over again. I don't know who you are, guy with hubris, but you are going to just, your wings are melting. Icarus, I need you to take it down a notch.
Seth Hoffman, basically?
What they're doing is like this Fear the Walking Dead version of the prison season. Fear the Walking Dead seasons 4 and 5 version of the prison season.
You are out of order, and I will cancel you.
What?
So Seth Hoffman actually wrote for seasons 4, 5, and 6. So Too Far Gone claimed Us. So this is basically post. Yeah, I think this is already post.
Well, Seth, why aren't you writing these? Okay.
He is the most qualified to write about these.
But he's not writing them. He's directing.
Well, he's show running. He's you let him cook. Hey, Jason Cohn.
I'm not going to let him cook.
On the Facebook.
Cook better.
Hey,
cook
Jason.
better, Seth.
What
are you cooking?
A watch pot never boils, Bridget. A watch pot never boils. I'm from Louisiana. Let me go back to Beehive Girl for a sec, because I missed a lot of stuff. I've watched all the Walking Dead things except Dead City. I just couldn't stick with it. Okay, point taken. It's got some elements of the pros, but not got the vibe, question mark? Does that sound right, actually? It's got some of the pros.
Because I was saying the vibes were off.
I think it has the vibes, but the show is off. It's not clicking with what they're trying to accomplish just yet, is where my perspective is.
It's just too happy, Dave. It's too happy.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm typing out my reading glasses. Typos abound. So
146 people out of 148 decided to hold hands and sing Kumbaya out in Central Park. And
after a whole bunch of their people died, which we got to see.
This was actually the first episode this season that I liked.
Yeah.
This is the first episode.
I was telling them that earlier too, Sharon.
Hail Mary, you're uncanceled.
I mean, the other two were okay, but this was the first one. This was the first one where I was like actively engaged in watching it.
On second watch, I was definitely much more engaged because there's a lot more to pick up on. There are moments of pause things that went silent between Luis and Maggie.
Oh, they're
at certain points.
That's a romance, right? We're going into romance territory.
In the beginning, I thought Dylan was flirting with Maggie.
Oh,
did you not get that?
Well, Dillard
too mentally unstable.
He may be flirting with Maggie.
He's
But
not going to cheat on
Titicaca-
Titicaca.
Yeah.
He's very jealous.
Has his heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Cockenspiel was the other name that we
Yeah.
couldn't remember.
Wait,
It was
Cockenspiel
Cockenspiel.
is-
Maggie and Cockenspiel. That's your romance. He
Well, then
wanted-
they
he
could double.
wanted
They could
Maggie.
double
Yeah.
date with Dillard and
Titicaca. Yeah.
Titicaca. It could
Yep.
be double dates in the bar.
This
I
sounds
like
Drama.
What I see is Negan trying to make Dillard have real friends instead of
yeah,
Mhm.
which
Walker.
is
You know, let's populate
admirable.
the bar and have him meet real people. But
Huh,
I feel like
huh.
that's gonna make Dillard crash out because he hasn't been around people for so long, really, and it's just gonna be too much.
Yeah, I'm surprised
He has
how
no-
well he's taking. He seems like he's
He-
taking it pretty
yeah.
well.
He doesn't really have any place quiet to retreat to. You know,
Compared to like, I thought he was gonna be like Solo, you know, in Silo.
Oh.
More
Jimmy.
like that, like just not wanting to go along with anything. But it feels like he's taking it pretty well.
Yeah, his
There were-
progress has been pretty okay considering he has said this a couple times, but emphasized it this episode. He's been alone for a really, really long time. There's no way we're not going to get ramifications, and we
Yeah.
kind of already see them.
Well, it's very clear that he feels a very strong connection to Negan. I mean, they call each other brother. Like, this is truly like a friendship
Mhm.
that has been.
they
Still
are like
feels like it's not real, or he's
the-
not real.
It's weird.
playing the Ride of the Valkyries together. I was
That was
laughing.
hilarious.
I was
I
laughing.
laughed right out loud. I laughed
That
right out
was-
loud.
Sorry.
That was the part where I was like, okay, good thing he is real, because otherwise this would be so weird.
Because he'd be playing both parts.
Yeah.
There
But,
were
okay,
parts of the episode that I did like, but overall,
yeah.
I'm sort of, I don't know, I'm not quite where Bridget is, but I'm like on my way there, where I just don't feel like, I'm just like, okay, what is happening? Like, what are we doing?
Let me actually throw another comparison, if I may. After I say, Jason says AO,
Hey,
and I'm
Oh,
cooking
hey.
vegan spaghetti while watching
Oh, hey.
Nice.
us, actually. Or maybe even the
Hey,
show.
Jason.
But, and let me do one more for Beehive Girl, which is, sorry, that was supposed to say Elements of the Prison season, but not the vibe. Found my glasses now so I
correct.
can see the words inside. And look at that, Rob Stuff and Things says, hi.
Hey,
Oh,
Rob.
hi, Rob.
We'll see you tomorrow as we talk about
Rob.
House of the Dragons season 3
I hope you were on a
finale.
lazy river today, my friend.
Same.
I
So
feel like you guys feel like fans did after season 3 of Fear, and when it went into 4, where the tone, there was like a reboot, right? Like a soft
Yeah.
reboot. They just totally
We
changed
actually
it.
talked about
you went
this last
exactly where I was going to go, actually, Shannon. Which
We
is
talked
so
about this last
miraculous.
week.
We're on the same wavelength. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Have I lost my mind? I'm sorry, am I a ghost now?
Shut
talked
the
about
hell
this
up,
last
Bridget.
week,
We're
didn't we?
we're cooking, Sharon and I. Shut up. So anyway,
Rachel.
Sharon,
Wow.
stop
we talk
talking to
about this last
Rachel.
week?
No,
We
I'll
talked
meet you
about
guys.
rebooting.
I wasn't here last week, so
Yeah,
I didn't know.
so-
That's
But yeah.
all right. But you're
It's
feeling
alright.
the same. You're feeling the same thing.
Okay.
So, but like, I like the change. Like,
So
we're always saying they should try something new and something different, and this is the first time I've seen something somewhat different. Like,
Different.
it's not the same old thing. It's kind of, I like that there's humor to it, and so as far as the people giving up on their leaders, they're just tired of fighting, man. They want to grow some food and feel safe and settle down, and if their two leaders can't get it together and
like some people
come
we know,
to an agreement, then fine.
But that
We're
makes for a
tired of
very
fighting.
boring TV show to watch.
I
Yeah, dude,
disagree.
for real.
I mean,
Yeah,
especially in a,
but think of how many groups are out there. They're going to come fighting. I mean, so maybe they're going to do like every week. It's going to be like a different group of people showing up that they have to
challenging
I'm
that
just
represent
kidding. I'm
earlier
just
seasons
kidding.
of The
I'm just
Walking
kidding.
Dead.
That would be
No,
pretty cool, though.
But meaning like just things that represent things that we've seen on The Walking Dead and are different. They're the same template
Yeah.
but are different, and shows us how. Because one of the things that we always are afraid of is that the show's formula obviously repeats itself, or we'll see things that show up in the spin-offs that, like, didn't we do this already?
Sure.
More to the point, I kind of wanted to compare, and this is a good litmus test of where we're at currently, is do you prefer this over, and maybe it's too early to tell, the first 2 seasons of Dead City? And I'm tempted to say yes, personally.
Yes.
Tempted. I don't know yet. I'm gonna give it more of a chance to fail or pass.
I'm gonna say no right now with the possibility of changing my mind.
Well, that's kind of what I said, but differently.
But no one listens to you. I said it better.
I see. You're right.
I said it.
You're right.
I've heard it
That's
both ways.
Absolutely true.
I okay, I actually, yeah, I'm unsure. I'm really unsure.
That's the
Because
best place
if
to
you're
be.
comparing this to Walking Dead, absolutely not.
No,
This
no,
is
I
trash.
said Dead
No,
City.
no, no. Yeah.
No, I understand. Let me get through what I'm saying
No,
before you interrupt me. If you're comparing this to Daryl Dixon, again, absolutely not. This is trash.
not a gas.
If you're comparing it against itself, however,
That's
they're both trash. So which one is more trash?
Oh.
I mean,
Which one's trashier? I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I'm like last I didn't get to come on last week again, but I was so glad that they killed the Dama.
Oh, thank
Right?
God.
I'm like, thank
Yeah.
you,
Oh.
thank
Glad
you.
that
We don't
didn't
have
and they
to
didn't bring it up.
have because I was
You know
so
what? For that,
I was so
actually-
afraid that it was going to
actually-
be the whole season.
Again, yeah.
Part
that
of what I
swung
had
it
said
in the,
last week
that swung it in the
was
direction. This is
Seth-
yep, you're right.
Seth
This is
Hoffman went
less
out of his
trash.
way to clean sweep certain things from this season.
This
of,
is
from
less
the past
trash than the other trash. So I'm gonna go with this season is better, only because the Dama is dead now. Croat is also dead, which is a negative
which is
mark.
wipes
actually.
away the Dama kill.
So
Nah,
Well,
I
we
like
could-
the Croat
no.
though.
Yeah, but that's
We did.
She's saying
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So you don't
Bruegel
listen
and
to Bridget
Bruegel's
either.
gone.
God.
So
Oh, yeah.
I
Let
felt
me-
like this
he was
was
gone
a
last season.
Well,
I know.
Before,
I know.
So I have a question about the Dama though.
Wait, before you do, Samantha says, "Hey guys, do you trust Herschel? What are your thoughts more on people coming to the city on Dead City?"
You guys
Yeah.
did talk a lot about that in the.
sorry to
first
say this is
episode.
going to be not interesting, and Herschel is now just a good guy. Is my
Yeah.
thought.
I think this episode solidified the whole.
I
Winters
am wondering
on the side of
if
the Angels.
I'm wondering if losing patience, like if he loses a lot of patience, will make him crash out or something like that.
So
Could
meaning-
happen, you know.
I wonder if he's a teenager. Is that what you're asking?
I'm waiting for
Yeah,
something
I
to
mean,
happen to Louise.
they did-
and it
It's
all falls
true.
on her.
They did
and now,
put
and that
a
puts
whole
her
lot.
in
Yeah, they
charge.
Mhm.
right. I thought
Yeah,
that
right.
was going to happen this episode.
Mhm.
Like they,
Me too.
Luis was going to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
yeah, I
see
thought he
that
was going to
happening,
die
maybe.
for sure.
Yeah.
But do
So-
I 100% trust him? No, because that would be boring, and I feel like they do have to keep it spicy a little bit. And I mean, I hope he's a good guy. I'm tired of worrying about him.
I'm gonna say it this way. I wish I cared more that they litigated the sudden Herschel tone shift.
Mhm.
By that I mean, it's obviously there. It's staring us in the face. They can't clean sweep it away like they did. They did the Dama / Gaius Charles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wish I cared more. I'm actually okay with this. Is it going to bother me later? Maybe it's like a thorn in your side. You just have to eventually pluck it out. Maybe you talk about
Well,
it. Maybe there will be an
Hersch-
explanation. Probably not.
Herschel's thing was his mom was like on him all the time and wouldn't let him be a grown up, and now he's getting the opportunity to do that.
very
He's
grown up.
learning a trade, learning something useful. He gets to feel useful for the first time. Like maybe he just felt like he couldn't live up to Glenn because of all this, couldn't live up to Glenn, couldn't live up to Herschel.
That's a
Herschel
good-
Senior, and now he is being able to do that. He's learning something useful and being able to help people for real, and not just being like the grandson and the son of somebody who's so built up,
Or being hidden away.
So
or
maybe he is a
isolated
good guy.
from dangers too. Yeah,
Right.
my special boy.
Being
and
allowed to
all that.
live for once.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to some comments from YouTube too, though. Oh, okay. And this is a great segue to something I wanted to ask Sharon D. Rob in the chat says, "Hi, sure was. It was a fun version of Walking Dead medical drama. Laughing emoji. But let's stay there because I was thinking sort of the pit at some points. Just based on
I
the
wrote
scene
in my
shifting.
notes. I wrote in my notes, Dead City meets the pit.
Nice. I figured
Because,
I'd
and
ask
I mean, the one thing that really got me was when he had the different colored markers, and he was like for triaging the patients coming in. And in the first season of the pit, that was like something that was a really big deal. Was Robbie was telling everybody they have armbands, slap bands that you put on the patients, and you're triaging them by their. Because it was a mass, for spoiler alert, it was a mass shooting at the end of the pit, and so it's they have to triage all these patients coming in, and they use the colored slap bands. So when he was doing the X's with the colored markers, I was like, oh, that's like the pit. And then it was like watching a medical drama, which was cool. I enjoyed that. It was fun.
I thought you might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then the whole fine. Let's keep going with the comments because I feel like I skipped over Rachel. Keep thinking of what you were about to say. I feel bad that I cut you off there. Better or worse than World Beyond, Bridget, is what Rob asks.
Ooh.
I know, I saw. I've been contemplating that this whole time. Here's the thing, Rob.
Here we go. There we
World
go.
Beyond.
Just gotta get started, you know?
Well, World Beyond was an issue of caliber of actor, right? Okay. Hey, look,
Oh, that's it?
some people carried the show, okay? Alexa Monster she was putting in work. She was putting in work.
You gotta lay him down quiet.
Nico Tortorella.
It's like I don't know. You know what? I think World Beyond lives in a special place where it's like almost becomes camp, like unintentional camp. Like a farce of the universe in a way.
But there were moments though.
But I really enjoyed it. Is this better or worse? Depends on how much Dillard there is in the season, honestly.
Okay.
Give me more Dillard. Get rid of everybody else. I just want
got an eyeful of Dillard at the beginning too, which I very, very much enjoyed. The interaction between it was kind of precious. The interaction between he and Maggie. Combination
Dillard
of
was a highlight for me.
And the dialogue is so clutch too. It does highlight what this episode is all about, but more so too. Rob,
I don't know if you guys.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys talked about that too, but how similar it was that he didn't want to kill the walker. Similar to Herschel, that he didn't want to kill the walker. I don't know if you guys talked about that or not. Sorry if I'm bringing it up.
No, not yet. No. And I guess that there's a.
For very different reasons, though.
It's like she's not hurting anybody.
I like that there's a holdover there because that has been a thing for the last few episodes and not just something they introduced for this episode too. So they kind of that's really good layered writing. Like, okay, but if we do this episode where we bring back the Herschel's Farm theme, we got to establish in the prior two episodes that Dillard doesn't want to kill his friends that he needed all these years. Oh, okay, fine, all right, cool. We'll put him in a barn, the hilltop of friendship. Anyway, sorry, I had to do writer speak.
It was kinship.
Yeah, but that's gonna come back in a second because Herschel's gonna have his Dr. Cox moment. Oh God, I hope not. Oh, from Scrubs, right?
Scrubs, yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about the pit. I had like a brain fart.
No, Scrubs.
Dillard is this season MVP thus far. Rob says too. Rob stuff and time.
He is.
I mean, Jeff, who played
Jimmy Simpson?
No.
Dr. Cox. Right?
Joe the
John
Claimer.
C. McKinley.
Who played Joe the Claimer?
Cobra.
He was actually on. He was on the pit. So there's your tie-in.
There's a tie-in.
Yeah.
It's all connected, everybody. Yeah.
Yep.
Ray, did you remember what you were gonna talk about?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if.
Good.
Do you think the problem? I don't even know if it's a problem, but the fact that Negan killed the Dama and she didn't actually kill herself is going to come back up.
Yes.
Yeah, I think eventually.
Yes. 100%.
I do. Can I add in something else? Actually,
Please.
I thought that, and I think we all probably thought this, but the scene where Negan and Dillard, which also like Dillard, you're just along for the ride, my brother. When they are playing piñata, I was so like, oh man, they're gonna walk in, both those people are gonna be dead. we're going full Negan, but we're not going full Negan at all.
It was
Actually,
just a fact-finding mission.
it was just like a nice version of Negan. It was weird.
Might not have been the way Renata would have done it, but
Well,
Yeah, but he got the job done.
I wanna.
that's
I can't-
interesting.
I want to tell you how I thought that scene was going to play out. So he
Wait,
was
did we-
asked.
Do we want to continue on the Dama path though? Because
No,
the thing
it
you
was,
asked.
It was just a simple question. Are we
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
going to come
I
back?
really want to. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to know.
I thought so. He had them all chained up, and he kept saying, "One of you needs to volunteer to step up
Mhm.
and get all your people out of here. Like one of you needs to do the right thing for your people." I thought for sure we were going to see one of them do that, and then he was going to say, psych, you get to stay since you were willing to sacrifice. Like you were willing to make that
Yeah.
sacrifice, which
Okay.
shows me you're the better person and the better group to have here. That's where I thought we were going.
It's
and
King
then,
Solomon.
and then kill the other
Because the baby.
one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's King Solomon.
It's the
babe.
split the baby.
But that's
Yeah.
not what happened. But
I had a feeling they might go in that
I
direction.
wanted
they did
it to
mention
go
the
that
baby.
way.
Okay. I thought they were gonna do the eeny meeny miny mo
Oh.
because he
I
started
did like
singing,
the-
didn't he?
I
he was
never-
singing something.
No, he was singing
I
the Dale Dale
never
Dale
thought that
Pinata
Yeah.
song.
I never thought Dillard would be able to actually hit anybody. Like that's just not his
Looked like he was about to hit Negan in the back a couple of times.
his jam.
I think he was just,
But I mean, like,
playing
doing the-
ball.
Yeah, doing the pinata. That's why I was like, I didn't really think he was ever gonna actually hit.
I think it
any
was
of them.
all
I
for
think it was
show.
just
The Dillard
Absolutely.
part of it,
messing
yeah.
with him,
It's very dramatic.
which I think is like I think Dillard is changing Negan, right? Like he finally has somebody that he can take care of him, and he doesn't have to like. It's a small responsibility, right? It's not like the whole sanctuary. He has one dude that he's responsible for somewhat, and he can be a friend and not have to worry about being in charge and all that. You know what I mean? Like it's not a battle for him.
Well, it's a.
I like that
it's
that's
a,
not obvious first.
It's a buddy comedy, right? Like this is very much like. This could be a cop drama. Dillard and Negan,
well, it doesn't hurt
uh,
that Dillard was a cop.
because they're changing each other through friendship, the power of friendship. Because Dillard was able to step up and kill those walkers.
Mhm.
Even though,
Finally.
mind you, you were literally bringing walkers to put in there, so like you probably could have just left that second guy, but it's fine. You know, the point stands.
Okay,
Try
so
not to laugh. I know why.
since we're down here in the basement with the tanks, there was
Yeah.
they mentioned something that was just very quickly glossed over that I felt like should have been a bigger deal.
That's why I mentioned that I wanted to stick with the Dama just a
Okay.
little bit. It has nothing to do with the Dama necessarily, but
No, but when they get when they're in the hallway, Negan's like, "Oh, for crying out loud, how many guys does it take to throw bodies in a?" And then they get down there
There's
and they
one dude.
see, yeah,
Just
there's one dude.
guy.
But he mentions that the other guys that were down there were bit or were like, he's like, they were like this when I got down here. So
Right.
like, what happened?
What happened?
okay, so this is
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
One of two things. Because
Oh, were you down there,
Oh.
David?
yes,
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
down
down
there,
there.
and here's
Okay.
what I saw. I didn't do anything because I'm a useless piece of
He
crap.
wrote this scene.
but I wrote this scene. So one of two things could have happened. One, which I find more interesting and is probably not the case. I'll say that one first. It was mentioned that when I got here, they had already turned. I mean, the people who were meant to manage the tanks had already
Right.
turned. Meaning, but he also mentions that one of them must have been bit the others bit the other, and it was a cascade of people dying. The guy that was sent down there, the guy that they saw, was with them on the ER floor.
Right.
And
He's
Maggie
the one who
tells him to
did the
go down.
lockdown. Yeah.
He has a name. I don't remember what it is. It's fine.
Maggie
Doesn't matter.
says
Right.
it,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. Bridget. So, meaning he's been trying to do this all himself. Obviously, it's very, very difficult. And it's so difficult that he didn't even, or not he, sorry, it's not his fault. But they had already died when he got down there, and he didn't check to see if they'd been brained. So, and the origin of that was a patient must have bit him, etc. But my dumb theory is, well, what if this is ramifications from the Dama killing herself, quote unquote, or this is like the ghost of the theater ghost of the Dama down, because that's
Oh
where
my
she was locked
gosh,
up.
it's Phantom.
Sorry, ghosts.
It's the Phantom of the opera.
Yeah.
You don't
is what
believe
Dave
in,
is saying.
Well, hold on a second. You don't believe in theater ghosts?
I think a theater ghost stays in the theater.
This is the Dama's last performance, so that's
Okay, but they're
so
not
don't
in the
whistle.
theater. They're in the hospital.
That's disrespectful.
The theater ghost is in the theater.
Yeah, that's
There's
her
a
last-
theater in the hospital.
Right, the operating theater.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the little prison they made for her. What? How are you on my side? This is wild.
I don't know. Why am I actually? Shut up, Dave.
Well, 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Anyway,
What's happening to me?
I'm not questioning it. So
I don't know. It seemed like I don't know. It seemed like an important bit of information that was glossed over very quickly.
I thought there was some kind of
I mean, it makes
sabotage.
Wait a
sense.
minute.
It
Like-
does make sense of the power outages. Why was there a power outage? Well, one of them got bit, and one of the patients got bit, reanimated, killed one of the people who were, or maybe a couple of the people who were manning the tanks, and it just kept flickering and stuff like that, the voltage drop and all that stuff.
I mean, they made it seem like a lot of those people were going to live, and a lot of them were dying. It was crazy.
Yeah, which okay,
So
it's not as happy as you guys keep talking about. Ooh, yuck.
Yeah, but like everything else is like hunky dory. Like,
And I think they lost like half their people.
but we don't
But
know
we
any
don't
of those
know
people,
them.
and I don't
we
care.
don't care.
But it's a matter of scale. It's a matter of risks.
Nah,
and,
not really.
anyway,
no, I'm
28th
not
I
invested
love
in any of these
that
people.
the
28th Dress 59 says in the chat, curious, why do you think the fan and critical reactions to these episodes this season have been so positive, given that most of you seem to think it's a big eye roll? Paid reviews, bots, maybe? I don't think so.
I love that question, by the way.
Do you mind if I start with that answer?
I'm hoping it's no. I'm going to start. You sit down.
Oh, he's already sitting.
I deserve that. Actually, maybe I should stand. Okay, hold
well,
on.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, stand up, actually.
I'm hoping it's an entirely new demographic. People who maybe did not watch the original run. Okay. I'm gonna go now.
I didn't even
His
interrupt
His
you.
commitment to the bit is so crazy.
I can still hear you even if I'm not close to the mic. The mic's at my wiener. Got him.
You're an idiot.
Why did she stop? I was fully listening to you.
I
We
don't
were
know.
all watching you.
The wiener thing stopped her in her tracks. I'm not sure.
Mm.
It usually does.
Stupid.
Not specifically Ray. I'm just
So
saying in
dumb.
general. It's a general thing. Anyway, sorry. Do you want?
I said what I said.
Do you want to
Your
take
turn.
two? I kind of lost the thread. Really, honestly, why would that be? Sorry, 28th Dress. I'm going to address it to you. I'm like looking at you now, even though you can't see me looking at you. It's never stopped them before. AMC doesn't have the money to pay bots and stuff like that. I not from my experience, not from my knowledge, and it's never stopped them from spoiling the show either, because they showed a look ahead to the rest of the or at least the next episode. So, because they already spoiled an AU scene, that AU meaning alternate universe. I'm not saying what it is. I'm not
Oh, I
saying
didn't
what it
watch
is.
it.
I'm not saying what it is. I'm just saying they spoiled an alternative universe scene wherein there's things that happen that you probably wouldn't want to spoil, right? Because you were there when we talked about it.
Can
Oh,
I
that.
address?
Okay.
Can I address this question?
Hmm.
It's because right now, a lot of stuff in the world sucks, and people want something to make them feel a little bit better and not feel terrible all the time.
That's why I like this episode.
Mm,
It's an antidote to there are factions fighting each other across the globe right now that people have started to finally become more online about. I mean, online, like they're coming online to the fact that it's not hunky dory out there in the world, and it affects many, many people, emigrants,
Immigrants?
included.
yeah, immigrants. Yeah, you say
immigrants
it right.
and immigrants. So that sounds really bad when I say immigrants, right? Doesn't it feel like I said something that I should
No.
be canceled for? Immigrants.
No.
Those dirty immigrants. It sounds like
Oh
there's
wow.
a stank
Okay.
on it,
Well,
right?
you
Yeah,
said that.
that, yeah.
You said
You said-
that.
okay,
So
I should have
yeah.
added that. I'm sorry. That's how I heard it in my head.
Yikes.
So yeah. Anywho, so and you know what? even just like sort of online fighting, two factions that refuse to see the point, let's say, to one another. There's a sort of, I'm not saying there's an aw shucksness to the show that you guys are seeing, but I'm saying that, well, it's conceivable that for 15 years or however long it was, which we assume is probably a long time, these people thought there was no way out, like the episode name. And so until somebody had to step in and say, you've got a choice. You either put down those old hatreds and move forward with the baby, right? Because the Central Park is the baby, or you shut up. And they did. So the leaders did, at least. And it died with them.
I have maybe like a simpler explanation for
Fine.
this.
Sure.
AMC doesn't have a whole lot going on right now.
Well, that's not true.
So, just saying. It is true. They
The
have the
Immortal
Vampire
universe is running.
Lestat. I don't know how that's going.
It's going pretty well, apparently.
Okay. But I haven't heard a ton about it, so it's not like, you know,
No, there's a
it's
difference
not
between
like
you not
really...
caring about it.
No. I'm just saying, like, I haven't seen much about it, so I don't know that the promotion was as heavy with that as this. And then also, the only other thing they really have going on besides that is TNA Impact.
What is that? Sorry,
It's
I
a
don't know what that
wrestling
is.
show, and it's
Interview with a vampire.
It's pretty bottom of the barrel when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah, they've got that,
well,
yeah.
I know, but Interview with the Vampire isn't on right now. Is what I'm
That's,
saying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
No.
Or
the
Vampire
couple
Lestat.
shows. They're
Vampire
all
Lestat is
linked.
the thing off of it. But yeah, like there's just not a lot going on AMC right now, and so I think, you know, the shills for AMC are pointing all their energy towards Dead City. By the way, the woman who plays Renata, I cannot remember the
Amy
actress's name. Garcia.
Rachel will never forget.
She was on. She was in the audience at TNA. I know because we did watch it.
Oh, funny.
It was not good, but
She was in the audience? You said?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's on AMC, so I think they pay the actors or give them free tickets to go.
Yeah. I watch WWE, and yeah, they're always pulling celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah, I only watch it really for the Hardy Boys at this point. TNA. Cameron, North Carolina, represent.
Gotta do
CM
what
Punk?
you gotta do.
That's
No,
your
I
favorite.
hate
Punk?
I hate CM. You know that. You know I
He did
hate
it. He did
Pepsi
it.
Phil.
He did. Whoa. Okay. He loves that name, though, doesn't he?
Pepsi Phil.
Mhm.
Well, he's the idiot who has a big Pepsi logo tattooed on his arm.
Oh, I thought you
so.
said Hep C, Phil.
No, Pepsi. Oh my god.
So wait, you don't hate him that much?
I don't know if he has Hep C. That's not my business.
What if you want him to have Hep C?
Why would I want anyone to have Hep C?
Oh, I thought you were. I thought we were still talking about CM Punk.
We are. I don't
Oh.
hate anyone that much, Dave. To
Oh,
wish them to have hepatitis
hate.
C.
Pretend hate. You know what I'm saying?
You've gone too far.
I know. I usually do. Nobody tells me
Yeah,
to stop.
you've gone way too far.
We tell you to stop.
Ray's
watching.
like,
Yeah, we constantly are telling you to stop. Actually,
let me drop some tidbits before we can reset the table, and I'll go back to the chat too. But there are a couple of facts that happened rapid fire right at the start of the show. Billy Clone and the same plays Don't Look Back. It's a 1970s band, and it's sort of an homage to David Bowie. It's a David Bowie.
did you almost say Billy Idol?
I almost did. You're right.
Wow.
Yeah, they're so similar.
So it's a influence. So it's a David Bowie influence track about disillusionment, existential detachment, and pushing forward through emotional wreckage rather than dwelling on the past, which I kind of liked because this whole episode is themed with elements of that, moving forward, onward. Luis even says one breath, once motion, meaning do it and you got to move on. If you screw up, that's it, game over, etc. The bar that Dillard and Negan are hanging out in is called the Fram, which is a Norwegian word for onward or forward. So that's kind of cool too.
It's also a brand of oil
Yeah.
filter.
That would be
Yeah.
Fram. Yeah, that's right. Fram filters. You're right. Wow, I didn't even think of that. Fram is also a term, an internet term that I had never heard before. It's when your friend sends you spam. It's called Fram.
Mm.
There's a reason why I've never used it before.
When will the internet stop? Just stop.
This is early internet. So
Just stop,
It did
internet.
stop and nobody uses it. So
Now
there
we
you go.
call it TikTok.
It's just
Yeah.
why are you DMing me this AI slop?
Yeah, Dave.
There's also okay. Then it's great because then it leads into okay. Wait, and let me just mention this because I got pseudo Daryl Dixon vibes from the Walker that Maggie puts down. Did no one maybe sort of get that? It's like the leather vest and the
Didn't they also mention Paris during that song, like right about when she got to the Walker?
I didn't.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
hear the
Get-
song.
The lyrics were something like we met in Paris or something. I think they mentioned Paris right then.
Well, there you go. That would line up with that. Nobody saw that. Nobody else saw that. It's
No,
Daryl
in the very
Walker?
beginning when she
very beginning.
put a walker down.
Right.
yeah.
Well, it was
Okay.
like the third line of the song.
Hmm.
Because I was like, the lyrics that they sang were very relevant to the universe, I think, to the show, and so I was
Yeah.
paying attention. I didn't write them down because I'm a dummy, but actually, let me look up the lyrics.
Well, I have them ready. I have the meaning ready, which is it's the illusion of heroes. The opening lines explore how ideals, heroes, and villains blur together. That makes sense for this show. The quote is sometimes look the same when things fall apart. Detachment and survival lines like I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen to me reflect a cynical or self-preservationist mindset. Duh. Choosing distance over emotional destruction. Moving forward, which is the main theme. The recurring refrain, don't look back, serves as a mantra of survival, urging resilience and rejecting. What is everybody effing doing on their phones right now?
All right.
There is a show here.
I got a work text, Dave.
It says,
Sorry.
Work doesn't
says-
exist.
Dave, here's the lyrics.
I wish it
says,
didn't at 9 p.m.
All right, wait. Let me finish the sentence. Like
All right.
the recurring refrain of "Don't look back" serves as a mantra of survival, urging resilience and rejecting regret amidst chaos and personal ruins. So yeah, there you go. Phoenix punk scene, 1970s.
The lyrics are, and your heroes and villains sometimes look the same. You
Mhm.
lost them all in Paris, somewhere near the Seine.
The Sen.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't rhyme with same, so whatever. It's so easy when you're on the couch and the doctor says all the world's an actor and honey, you're the stage.
Even had the doctor in there. Wow.
Oof.
Doctor,
Very.
the Dama.
Yeah, on the stage.
Stage.
What's up?
Yeah.
Louise tells Herschel, "What's up, Doc?" So I thought that was a little cute. Cute. I liked it.
I loved it when was it Dillard, I think, that called Herschel Papa Magpie. That cracked me up.
It's Herschel Senior. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I guess Herschel I guess Magpie Senior. What did he call him?
Papa Magpie.
Papa Magpie had his finger on the pulse, is what he said.
Papa?
Yeah, well, whatever. Should we have called him Pappy? Pappy Magpie?
Papa.
We,
Papa.
I like Pappy though now, because I know it's more annoying. Anyway, let's go to the chat. Because Rob says, "Love you guys. Going to bed. Watch House of the Dragon before bed. See y'all tomorrow. Looking forward." And 28th Dress 59 says, "Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense." And of course, Eric chimes in with 2016 A was good, but it's feel old. It's 2026. Yuck.
It's 20 years later.
Also, how does nobody make the joke tits and ass when they see the
That's
word? But it's
Dave.
is
That's
that
literally why it's called that. Yeah.
Get out.
They
Is that
said
really
it's-
why it's called that?
Yes, dude. It's
Yeah.
tongue in cheek. They call it total nonstop action, but yeah, it's TNA.
Why aren't we covering this wrestling show?
You would
This
like
theater.
to cover TNA?
I always like
Okay.
to cover TNA.
Sure.
We did last episode with the Hills of Kinship.
So let's go back to that. Because the bar is
moves?
hopping after
The two Hills of Kinship.
again laying the groundwork for future episodes, not just the walkers representing was it the what was it? What were we saying? The first thing was laying the groundwork for Dillard's conflict or whatever it was. It doesn't matter. But the hilltop was it the two hilltops of friendship? Is that what it's called?
Alien
Kinship.
boobs.
Kinship, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
glorious
alien boobs.
alien boobs. Was that painting sort of represents what happened here too? Is these two people actually figured it out, or we helped them figure it out, basically? And so it's in the bar where all those people are mending fences and hanging out and existing together.
At
So
the
I thought-
moment, I have a
Yeah, at the
feeling
moment.
it's gonna, when people get drunk,
I
they're gonna
had
go
that
at each
thought
other.
too.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna end well, opening up
But-
the bar to them.
But even that might be interesting too, to hash things out in a more like, wait, we're gonna fight and then we're gonna put it behind us, right?
I
The
mean-
Fram
I hope
moving
so.
on.
Yeah.
They did make sure to show us Negan saying like this is like the best liquor ever or whatever he said when they were starting to make
Oh, the gin.
the gin, right? Yeah, the gin. So maybe
bathtub
maybe
gin.
it will be like some super high potency, 100 proof
Eugene
or something.
level. Maybe. Or maybe it would be disgusting. Like the Augie's Ale. Remember that recurring canard? That never really took off because Sarah sucked at making it. Consistently sucked at making it.
Mhm.
Sarah from Fear the Walking Dead.
I mean, give Sarah a break. She was trying to do it in the back of a moving truck, so it's
Not
like
always.
Beer bows.
She had some static moments and still sucked at it. It's like, why can't I get this right? Anyway, where should we go next as far as this episode is concerned? Ray, throw a dart in the bar.
There were many moments that I enjoyed in this episode, and I'm going to say that Renata was one of them. I did enjoy the deep thought process that she's giving to making the right decision. I enjoyed her sort of talking out loud about all the different options and discussing it with, I mean, pretty much everybody, which I think as a good leader you should do, right? You shouldn't just say, I'm right, here's what we're doing, everything I do is perfect. And she weighs those options, and we see her weighing those options. And I think she's talking to Negan, and she's like, yeah, killing everybody would be easy, but what
Two
if
times.
we need but what if we need those people in the future? So I think she's, and yes, of course, I love Amy Garcia, so maybe I'm a little biased.
I know that's definitely because of it. Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little biased, but I really do see this character as genuine and giving real consideration to how her decisions are going to impact not only right now, but I mean she's future oriented too. So I like it. I thought that it was a bright moment in this episode for me.
She's unsure of herself too, which is kind of like,
Which
thank
is good.
goodness somebody is.
Well,
It's good.
I think Negan is correct though, in his concern that she is gonna maybe snap from the weight of all the decision making. He states like, Maggie, what are you gonna do when she like breaks down? Essentially is what he says. Like, what are you gonna do when she breaks down? And you've got to come in and take care of it. And when we look at like, Maggie doesn't have a perfect track record with communities, let's be real. But
She said it herself.
and so great, you let Renata take the reins because you know, one, she's the first person who was here, and two, you feel like you can support her. Well, Maggie's experience is going to be critical, I think, in this, because Renata does
Agreed.
not have as much experience dealing with so many people, and let alone dealing with, Maggie had to deal with the saviors
Well, nobody does, just to be clear.
being folded in to Hilltop because
Wait.
of the initiative
What?
with Alden.
Oh, okay. Well, that was
After the
temporary,
fall.
but still, you're right.
But
No,
Alden
some of
stayed
them-
forever. So like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like some people did stay at
Mhm.
Hilltop
Some
that were saviors. She had to navigate that whole situation. So, you know, and navigate the situation with Gregory, which like, yikes. So I think ultimately she is better equipped to handle some of those situations should they come up, which obviously I think they will. I think that's the whole point of this. But she might do better in an advisory capacity than she would making all of the decisions unilaterally, which is what she always did.
You're talking about Maggie, right?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
always the problem, is everyone's like, Maggie, there's all these other people that like wanted to help, and then she made every decision unilaterally and then dipped, which is why they were struggling to take care of Hilltop after she left, because she had made all the decisions, and then all of a sudden it was Jesus was supposed to make all the decisions, but he didn't want to, and he dipped, and then Tara's like trying to like puppeteer the whole thing. It wasn't working.
You're right where
I think-
exactly where I wanted you, by the way. But yeah,
I think
go ahead,
Renata. I think Renata is going to be an open-minded enough person to listen to what Maggie has to say too, and
Maggie clearly has a
maybe
lot of
even Negan.
influence, because she was able to influence her enough to turn the light on, and Renata didn't even remotely want to do that, and is now reminiscing on it as though that was all along. That was their plan together.
But to Renata's point, there's that no regrets. That what?
You're boring, Dave.
Sorry.
Oh, like okay, all right. I'll guess I'll
Sorry.
stop. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. I'm just joking.
We had a rough night last night here. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It just startled all of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Beehive girl. Alden was a rat bastard. Hypocrite. Disgusting. Yeah. Beehive girl. Anyway. So no, what was I even going to say now? Wow, I totally blanked out.
Dude, I'm so thrown off by
Even
that.
you
Beehive
thought
girl,
you were
you're
boring.
hilarious.
Yeah,
You're
I did.
hilarious.
So okay, so maybe I'll go to the thing that I was going to say anyway. But you kind of touched on something that was very interesting, which was, oh wait, no, Renata. It was Renata is. She even mentioned sort of something in this episode. There's like a no regrets policy with her. Like once we decide, okay, we're all in. Sure, we're gonna have doubts along the way. Sure, we're gonna try to figure it out. Sure, we may spin out every now and again, like she did in this episode. But she committed to the plan and she's gonna see it through. But you touched on something that I wanted to go to, which was something that we had brought up in early seasons of Squawking Dead, which was the Hilltop formula, which seems to be a thing. It's the Hilltop formula was always the leader who's in charge kind of checks out while they're the leader. There was peak Maggie at the beginning of season. Yeah, reluctant, or they're not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. The second in command is the person who's really in charge, who really ends up getting GTS, is it? GSD, get S done. No, is that not something that people say? So Ray is just very upset at what I just said. So they're usually ones that get stuff done. Jesus was the one for Maggie when he was second in command. Tara was the one who got S done when Jesus was in command, and when Tara was in command, I don't know who was underneath. I don't remember. I think it was one of the new ones. It doesn't matter. But now
Birdie.
Maggie, was it Birdie?
Yeah, it's Birdie.
Well, now Maggie's the second in command, but she takes orders, and Renata happens to actually be a good leader that doesn't check out. And it's not the Hilltop. Thank God we're moving away from that formula. But to the formula's point, as long as Maggie's not in charge, and I think she would even admit to it, everyone's better off. As an advisory capacity, as a person who's been around the block and who's equally managed a civilization that long, she's better off giving her perspective from her other side. And you know what? It's not just Maggie. It's Negan too.
Isn't it kind of a Alexandria setup, because you've got Renata in the Deanna's role as the full-on leader, and then wasn't Maggie like her second there for a while? Her secretary-ish, and then you've got Negan playing Rick's part, kind of, like the muscle,
kind of
the strong man. So like
maybe
you've got
even
like an Alexandria setup.
I mean, Carol, like, there's a bit of a. Oh, I saw Rachel's her little. She curled up a bit when I said Negan's kind of like Carol, which coincidentally, if you followed The Walking Dead pretty closely, we drew some similarities between Negan and Carol, and to the point where Carol was the one to. Sorry, spoiler alert. Carol was the one to break him out of jail to kill Alpha back in The Walking Dead universe. So, there's obviously some similarities between those two. Like to horse around a bit.
I don't think it was Deanna's leadership that caused the problems in Alexandria as much as squabbling amongst everybody else.
Well, and not really knowing what she got
Which
into.
could also
it was
become a problem.
it was her unwillingness to the precedent was set with her sons. Her unwillingness to step in and stop turning a blind eye to her sons essentially just being completely ill-equipped to lead and letting them go out and gallivant around, play hero at the risk of other people's lives. That was the whole thing with Deanna. It just happened on a larger scale than once people were there.
Right, because then they didn't have her around.
Yeah, because she didn't shut it down with Pete or any of the other stuff that was going on.
Right.
She was willing to turn a blind eye to people's flaws so that everybody could get along, quote unquote.
Right. There was a lot of potential for her to be a good leader, but too little, too late sort of situation. Like she didn't catch up quickly enough or didn't hold it down.
They were kind of burying their heads in the sand.
Yeah. I get that. And even Beehive Girl says Deanna didn't see how stupid her sons were. Yeah. There you go.
For real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I just to kind of close the book on Amy Garcia. Just to close the book on Renata, I'm in such agreement with you. I think she's a good leader. I think she has a lot of good perspectives to bat her ideas off of, or stress test some of these ideas. She's in the best position possible to make this thing a reality. And I love that they even touched upon the thing that that maybe the audience is even thinking. Why are we so scared that it's all going to crumble down around us? It's too good to be true. It's all happening too fast. Maybe this is going to actually work. And that's the scariest thing of all, is the fear of success. Because then because now we're in uncharted territory. Specialization. And Maggie even said it in this episode. I worry about security. That's my job. As long as I stick to my job, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we'll succeed. As long as you become the leader, as long as you focus on making decisions, pitch in when you can, we'll succeed. As long as Negan just do Negan-y things. That's all. Just keep doing what you're doing. Then we can count on him being a dill hole, and that's how we'll succeed. So, dill hole, Dillard. Oh, okay. I can deal with that. All right. Where should we go next? Do you guys see like that? The inverse Hilltop formula seems to be working for them.
I mean, we're only 3 episodes in, but sure.
Yeah, definitely working at the moment.
Okay, where else do we go from here? Sharon, where do you want to go?
I want to give a quick shout out to the set decorators and such, because I was really paying attention to what they made those scythes out of when all the people were going to pick up the scythes. And it was made out of like hospital stuff from the hospital, like crutches with pieces of metal put on them and stuff. So I mean, I just wanted to shout them out because that was really cool. It caught my eye and I really enjoyed that part of it. I know it's not really that important, but I thought it was great.
It actually makes me think of something else. Something that I really love. I love New York in autumn. I love it. I love the fact that we're getting another. Who was here? Rhea was here for this. What was the thing I was looking forward to most in the early days of Squawking Dead on The Walking Dead when we're covering season 9? The season that I was looking forward to most.
You're asking me to remember something like 7 years ago?
Well, there's only 4 seasons and one is coming up.
I don't know, winter.
Yeah. I love the idea of walkers in winter. We got to see that on The Walking Dead, and maybe it's a me thing because this is my city, not really because it's swear word Boston, but there's the idea that this, it's like how you guys live in the rural areas more or less. It's like in my backyard. I'm pretending to have walkers in my. This is my backyard, okay? Walkers are my backyard in my favorite season to see them in, and all the physics and mechanics. So this is my time.
How mad are you going to be if we
totally
skip over?
Skip it. That's what I was going to ask you next. You son of a.
I didn't know you were in Boston, Dave.
It's a sore subject. It really sucks. That barn looks like maybe nothing I've ever seen in New York City. Just the style of the door, the yellow. Yuck. Get out of here. Get out of here, you hipster bar. Yuck. Anyway, I love it. And also, we haven't seen the awkward teaser version of Negan with his little hoodie. Jeffrey Dean Morgan looks so ridiculous in this. So it's sort of like he's wearing like one of those. It's like wearing a toque and like a hoodie over it, and he's wearing. I think he has his glasses on. It's like an old man dressing up in punk gear, and there's just something that it's a little off. Do you know what I'm saying? See, Bridget gets it.
No,
like
I
a
like
sort of
it.
like,
It reminds me of my dad.
Sir, dress your age.
No, I like it. It reminds me
Or
of my
figure
dad.
it out. The hoodie. It's the hoodie that really threw me off.
To the day that he died, my dad wore every winter his leather jacket and like the world's longest scarves. Always. My whole life.
Okay.
And his jacket was covered in pins.
Buttons. Oh, pins.
Like, yeah, band pins, and one was like an Al Bundy one that Trav has now on his backpack.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah. So that to me, exactly. I've always something about that is like really endearing to me always. I don't know. An aged punk is, I love that, Dave. I love an aged punk.
It just looks a little goofy on the backdrop of all of this to me.
And how New York, truly.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with that.
Was it last episode when he was wearing the sparkly star glasses in the bar? Rachel, I'm so upset I wasn't here because the first thing I wanted to tell you was Negan with the goggles. Negan with goggles.
Goggles from the Here's Negan episode.
With goggles.
Negan with goggles.
We're so dumb.
I wanted to add something about Herschel and the Dama and stuff. So, like, I know his turnaround was before she died, but I still didn't 100% trust him then. So, like, maybe her dying, he's like, well, I don't have her to go back to now, so I guess I'm gonna have to just lean into this kind of thing. Sorry, a moth got in here. So I mean, do you guys feel that way too? Like maybe he felt kind of freed that she died too. Like he was out from under her clutches, but also I don't have anywhere else to go now.
I think it was more of he was wanting to rebuild, and if he can rebuild in this way through medical care, that he's okay with that. I don't know. That was my opinion. Sorry, though. It looked like Jason. Maybe you were going to say something. I apologize.
No,
was probably
I'm
the one thing I
wondering.
addressed before
Does he know that she's dead? Do we know that
He did. He found out last episode, did, because Negan was like, he doesn't know, does he?
Oh, that she was chained up, that she was
That
locked
she
up,
was there.
not dead.
Yeah.
I don't think there was time to figure.
Maybe
that
he doesn't
out.
know yet.
I thought she was already.
You're right.
He found
Let's
out.
track
Maggie
that, actually.
Maggie did inform him that she was taken prisoner, but then the last scene is Maggie seeing her with the knife.
This is a good call because here we go. Because Herschel was mentioning, I don't think I can see her because if I see her, I'd want to kill her or something like that. And I've never killed a person. Well, won't you teach me, Mommy, how to kill a person? Right? And then there's
keep doctoring, and that won't take long.
Well,
bud.
he got to show off his knife throwing skills this episode, which I thought was a good callback.
That was cool to see again.
He's
Yeah.
not wasted on the training and all that. Okay, then going back to the Dama though, he hasn't heard about it. You know what? It's possible that we'll see a version of her in a tank, maybe that he can have a scene with. It could provide maybe some clarity on this interaction or this sudden turn, which would be interesting. I mean, would mirror something of Dillard's nonsense too, which is not unusual.
Oh,
Do
and
you
it's
think-
like the
Very
governor
unusual.
again. If he's in a tank, if she's in a tank, then it's like that's very governor.
But she'd be being used as fuel in her own machine. But do you
vanity.
I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Scenes with Herschel the Dama. He doesn't know about about the Dama. He didn't get a chance to kill her himself. If that's what he was kind of saying to her. Won't you teach me how to kill a person, Mommy? So I don't know what to say about that, really. I kind of already addressed this also before you came on too, how I'm not bothered by not knowing, but maybe I might be later on depending on how things shake out. Because like I'm startled by the fact that I don't care. Is my thought. Like I know it's there and it's staring me in the face.
I know what I was gonna say. Do you think that the reason we all kind of lean toward Herschel still being a not good guy is because we are tainted by his comic book persona? Like we keep
Yes.
expecting him to break bad into his comic book person.
Well,
and
I don't expect that, but yes, I do think that is why. Like Rachel for sure has said that already. Yeah.
But even just going by show canon, though, there's a sort of I'm willing to go places and I'm willing to make alliances for my own whatever it is. I don't know how far I'll go. We didn't really know how far he could go to be psychologically attached to the Dama.
He's like John
Yeah,
Connor.
it was kind of like crammed into like 3 episodes though, Dave. There's not like a
To
ton
go
of,
back, right? I know. I'm with
well,
you.
like there's just not a ton. It's like, yeah, there's also him being a scared little kid. I don't know, like I'm okay with them just completely writing this off and being like, no, he's this guy now. I'm like,
Oh,
that's
you're
fine.
where
I
I'm at.
am
You're
too. But
Yeah.
You're where I'm at. Oh, and I should mention, Beehive Girl said to my earlier comments about walkers in winter in New York City, I want to smash a frozen walker. Just saying. I agree. In my own backyard, finally, in the big city, bright lights, big city, smash walkers.
I don't. I could see them skipping over the winter months just because it's such
Cheaper?
it's such a
Yeah,
higher
it is cheaper.
expense to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, okay, cool. There was something that I'm glad there's a lull because that's when I bring in other fast facts. Nope, that's not what I wanted to bring up. Not the Dally 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 song. That's dumb already at this point. But I didn't think this would be an interesting thing until I actually looked into it. So Herschel walks up to a younger patient that was sort of around his age, probably a little older. He has the little dominoes, the big 6 domino of all things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is not a thing. Why am I going to go ahead and research this? But then I decided, you know what? Let's just look into it. So I type in big 6 bad luck dominoes. And then here's what came out of that. So in dominoes, the big 6 refers to double 6, the double 6 tile, 6 6. It's often considered a mixed blessing or quote unquote bad luck in a player's hand because it carries the highest pip count, 12 points, making it a heavy penalty if the game gets blocked. That's not the I like the mixed blessing part of it, but it gets worse. The role and risks of the big 6, the heavy burden. As the highest double holding the double 6 means you start the round if this is worded weird. But if you fail to dump it early in the game and it locks, those 12 heavy pip counts heavily against your score. Okay, that was really worded weirdly. Sorry. Cultural superstitions. This is what I wanted to get into. In many traditional domino circles, such as Caribbean and Latin American variations, the double 6 is nicknamed La Vaca, which is the cow. Some players superstitiously track how often it lands in their starting draw as a sign of their overall luck for that session. So like it's starting off with a bad hand, etc., and whatever. Anyway, strategic vulnerability because it's a large and high valued experienced opponents will often watch for it, trying to trap the sixes and saddle you with the points if a block occurs. So the idea being you're starting off on a bad footing, right? You have all these people who are dying around you, they need hospital care, etc. So it could be a blessing or a curse. It could be a bad omen or it could be a win. And I'm inclined to say, based on the end of the episode, what Louis says is so important. He says, look around you. Look at all the people you saved over the people that we may have to explain to some people grieving why they have to say goodbye to their son, let's say. And also, I forget who says this exactly, but it was said out of 148 people that were left over after all the other people who died, 146 decided to pick up those scythes and start reaping in time to plant Central Park. That's a big win. Out of
Renata
so
said
many
it.
who've like
Rachel
was Renata?
Grill
Okay,
said
there
that,
you go.
yeah.
There you go. So it's kind of like you started off with a high risk tile. You put out this flare called the Statue of Liberty to get people to come here. People were murdering each other along the way, burning the town behind Belleville behind him, which was very reminiscent of burning down Alexandria by the end of all that war, right? Carl at the top of the gate, and Savior's throwing firebombs inside, and everybody's ducking into the sewer tunnels, etc. That's what that reminded me of. And then at the end of the day, they all get to survive. They all inarguably got more than what they had before because they decided to stop. So I thought that was an interesting piece of very New York City flavor into this sort of episode to make it a bigger thing than it was. Dominoes, and what are they going to do? Street chess now too, with all the street chess rules, or checkers even. Whatever, that's fine. But dominoes is very, very cool. It's a very cool thing to have this in this series. Enjoy. All right, what else? Oh, by the way, we should get AI viewers via streambo.com. Just wanted to
in
say
case
that out loud.
in case you want some more viewers.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
yeah.
Okay, let's start asking some questions. Whoa, what happened?
Dave, sometimes a girl just has to get some water, man. Chill. I'll be right back.
All right. I don't know. I think that might be it, though. Oh, okay. Renata does mention near the end, which I thought was interesting, which could be a cool thing that we see in the next episode. They have a lot of people now, and it is a stress on their current system. Not the food part, but the meds and even the accommodations and stuff like that, and the need for power. So she mentions that until we can clear more blocks, she says we have to erect. Well, she doesn't say this exactly, but it seems like they have to erect some sort of barrier to keep the dead away until they can clear more blocks. Which I thought they could be doing a cool thing, a special Walking Dead thing to kind of do that, to create like some sort of physical barrier between undiscovered country and reclaimed country, sort of like the Commonwealth in a sense. Commonwealth has had a very clear physical barrier, and you got to see them the way they clear houses and territory and then erect borders around it and stuff like that, make the houses livable, a la Eugene and Ezekiel. And you see a scene with Tara Olsen, aka Sebastian Milton, which I thought was very nice. Maybe we'll get that in the next episode. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, so I thought that was an interesting note going to the next episode, where what we could see, and also winter, and then also all these other things. So what else? Anything from the audience? No, I guess not, because nobody's here.
Anything? Okay. But they never went back to the frog getting out. Like, how did that happen? What's going on there? Did somebody let it out? Is there
I think it might be Dillard at this point.
just absent-minded? Why all of a sudden would he become absent-minded, though? He's been doing this for so long, so well.
Well, his routine has been disrupted. I mean,
That's
you can
true,
see that. You can see him kind of being pulled in two directions: the safety of routine and how he survived all these years. And he is fighting back, but he's even said, "It's nice to be out, brother. You know, like, thanks for the day out,
Out of
Negan."
the town.
Exactly. So he is enjoying this, and maybe, wow, parallel. You know how Renata says things are working so well, I'm afraid for it to crash and burn. Maybe Dillard's going through that too. This has been working out so well. How do I leave the comfort of the thing that has kept me going all these years? I'm afraid our relationship, you, Negan, and I. Wait, there's three people? Negan and I. I'm afraid that relationship might crash and burn too. So, I don't know. Now I'm actually more sucked in than I was earlier, thinking that now. But then again, see,
Okay.
it's the trauma, Jason. It's the trauma, because we've been traumatized to get attached to certain characters where the show likes to get rid of them. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. Is the show going to break? See, how would you feel if the show didn't break with convention and actually kept these people around? Like, are we an undiscovered country? Is it like one of those things where we'll wait till the end of the season to find out for sure, so they don't sucker us at the end of sucker punch us at the end of the season?
I'm hoping these characters stick around.
I wonder if that will make you see the season differently if they do that too.
I don't know.
I think it's all going to be a dream at the end of the season,
And the Croat's still alive.
or
Okay, I'm
it's
down.
going to
I'm
be
down.
it's going to be in somebody's snow globe,
Because it's winter.
like Saint Elsewhere. Spoiler alert for like a 40-year-old show, but
Right. There's some from connective tissue with that, but
the
I'll leave it
whole
there.
the whole show ends up at the very end taking place in a little kid's snow globe.
Yep. Just like From, probably. Any other? Well, there was the snow globe illusion. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know that there's anything else to kind of crush. Dylan calls Negan out on his video game playing, making the same comparison to him talking to Deddies.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought
They
was
did
kinda
mention
cool.
Xbox. I know you had said that they scratched it out on the controller and
Oh,
and
he
the-
did say
and the-
Xbox. You are
but
but
right.
they did mention it this time. So they
You
got-
want your kids to power my Xbox
Yeah.
with their little kid bodies, right? He didn't say that, but I said that because it's for effect. But then he even mentions the characters from the video game to Negan.
Yeah, I think the names
from
are right.
Gears of War.
I know
he didn't say
Cole
Gears
is
of War, but still.
one of them. Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting too. How
To
about
be
that, Jen?
fair, the video game characters didn't tell Negan that they love him. So
It's true.
We don't know, but Bridget, we just don't know. How do you
Was
like
it-
that? How do you like that? The tables are turned.
I don't know if y'all said this last week, but the game of Gears of War was the same game that Negan was playing in Here's Negan. Sorry, I didn't know if
Touche.
I
Really?
said that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that
No, they didn't.
adds another layer to it, considering where he left off.
Mhm.
How's it feel to go back to where you came from? Anyway. Beehive Girl says, no, it was all dream endings. No. Though I didn't watch, I'm adding more
That would
flavor
be
to
terrible.
this. Though I don't watch the show so they can do whatever the hell they want.
Mm.
And that's magnanimous for someone who hasn't watched the show. All right.
it sounds like I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
So I gotta go now. I
Like,
can't wait.
period, or come back?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We're waking up, and by the time I get everything dealt with,
We might as well.
the show will be over. So, bye guys.
Bye, Bridget.
Hi,
Bye,
See ya.
Bridget. Bye,
Okay.
Bridgie
Bye.
Poo Poo. Bridgie Poo. I do have another fact, actually, that I didn't think of. And it's.
What's that?
I lost it. Oh, yeah. Okay. The guy who plays Bauer, the leader of the Belleville group,
Mhm.
the actor's name is, and I think you'll find this very interesting considering it's back. His name is Scott Spicer. Scott Spicer is an actor known for The Tick from 2016, which now made a comeback for its second season. He was also in Ted Lasso as one of the coaches. Actually, I think it's in this season. Yes, he was in the first episode of the new season. Scott Spicer. He was the coach of the boys soccer team, or Ted's kids soccer team. Interesting. A couple of other things. He was in the Orville. I'm only mentioning things I actually know about.
Dennis watched that.
The
I
Orville
watched
was kind of like a
Okay.
take on Star Trek, but with
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
What's his name?
Orville.
Hear good things.
Ted. Was it Seth
MacFarlane.
Bull TV series. He was Raiden Park. 911, Little Black Lie, The Tick. I mentioned Blue Bloods. I thought he's an actor. He's verging. He's on the verge of that guy status, and I'd be like, yeah,
Right.
I've seen this guy before. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. Good to mention. Hawaii Five-0, by the way, too. He's been pretty prolific in the last few years too. So it's good for him too. He made it onto the Walking Dead universe and exited. He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too, by the way, right?
As
One of the station guards, I guess, in
Okay.
one episode.
Mm.
Mike and Molly. I'm trying to see if there's any
That was a
recurring.
good show.
Oh, Hot Los Angeles. He was in 13 episodes. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a porno to me.
Right.
Yeah. Started his career in 2005. That seems about right. Criminal Minds, right? He was on one episode, so that formula's holding up. NCIS, right?
What to
Anyway.
add to your list, Ray?
Exactly. Scott Spicer. And Beehive Girl says, I love the Orville. I did too. It really took a little while before it found its footing for me. and the hook of the Star Trek comparison was an instant in, but it really went places. It actually had some really good storytelling.
Dennis liked. I mean, I watched it in the sense that I was in the same room while he was watching it, but I didn't
Okay.
really get into it.
Yeah, it's on Hulu if people want to watch it. Obviously, Disney Plus is taking over for Hulu, so you can watch it there too. But I think we should leave it there. I think we're in a good place. If there's anything else anybody wants to talk about, even if you haven't watched the show, ask your questions.
It's House of the Dragon time, man.
Yeah,
Just
but
about, yeah.
I guess
No,
one
it's-
last question is,
It's been on. I gotta go. Hurry up. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, maybe there's a question that we could ask or try to ask at the end of every episode is that has our conversation made us feel any differently about what we just saw? Just like the title. But
No, because I liked this episode, and
no, well, even if you didn't like
Yeah.
it, did it change or increase something or make you see something a different way? Because your analysis on the prison would just blew my brain out of my body because I hadn't seen it, and now that I did see it, it started to make me think of other venues too, like Alexandria and whatnot.
I think it would be cool if they threw in little episode. Every episode they threw in like little hints and stuff about certain play. I think it'd be fun for the original people to catch on to.
Charity loves
Yeah,
fan
yeah, the
service. She's
OGs,
talked
mhm.
about that. Jason,
I love
Oh.
fan service that makes sense.
yeah, this makes sense, right? A callback, but not the same, right? It's a callback,
Right.
but we did it differently.
It's a callback Easter egg.
yeah, yeah.
It's an Easter bag.
An Easter egg sounds like heresy. Jason, did you feel differently about your watch after this conversation?
A little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, I still like it. Liked the episode, but yeah. It was nice hearing everybody's opinion on it.
I even like the criticism. It went places I didn't even
Yeah,
expect.
exactly.
Like the Glenn thing, I just didn't even register with me. Sorry, I just don't have.
No, I don't.
Those
I'm upset
feelings.
with myself that I totally didn't even.
Don't be-
Rachel's got
Yeah.
Glendar.
She
that's
got
a big
Glenn
thing,
goggles. Negan with goggles, Glenn goggles. But no, Jason, the show, like I said before, the show purposely steered you into the Herschel skid, meaning Herschel Senior skid, to kind of front load you with, oh, my daddy used to do that, or he used to say that. The Earth doesn't lie. That's interesting too. It's the last promise. Man, that dialogue between Dillard and Maggie in the beginning was so good, but it just had Herschel vibes all over it. So it's why my brain didn't go there. And obviously Ray's like, I hate this show, so I'm gonna hate on it more.
No, I'm
You
trying to.
don't love
I-
Glenn.
While I was watching the episode and they showed us that little flashback of
Yeah.
Herschel and Maggie, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it was a glimpse of the scene where they were in the prison. What was it, cell block A,
Yeah.
where they had everyone quarantined, and,
Because of the illness,
and it-
yeah.
and it looked specifically like the scene where Glenn almost died. It
Yeah.
was that scene.
Mhm.
And we're just gonna not show him. We're just gonna, okay, cool.
Well,
Cool.
the next moment, well, not the next moment, but shortly after that, Herschel bites it. So it's not that whole period is not a very fun period for her. But
What?
that's interesting.
That
Well,
comes
because
way later.
she doesn't know if Glenn makes it or not too. There's so much
Yeah.
in there.
I mean, the seeing,
Herschel get decapitated, or
well, yeah, but no. Seeing,
Oh.
seeing him on screen, seeing Herschel on screen was quite jarring too, because
yeah. Yeah.
obviously we lost
I mean, not
him.
my feeling is like, not to take anything away from Glenn, but this was an episode where they're in a medical setting, and Maggie's obviously thinking about her dad, with giving Herschel the watch and everything. So I feel like that's why this was just more Herschel centered. Like, I mean, yes, they could have thrown Glenn in there, but we've had lots of episodes where she talked about Glenn and never mentioned Herschel. You know what I mean?
It's
So like,
true,
I feel
too,
like
yeah.
they
I
really
thought
just
of that.
wanted to zero the focus in on Herschel for this episode, given the connections and everything to it. I mean, that would be the only reason I would think that they would do that.
Yeah,
And
they wrote it around so that you'd be thinking of Herschel.
right. I
Sr.
mean,
when
obviously
that
you're
time
still
comes.
gonna think of Glenn, especially with the watch and everything. But this was really about Herschel. Which, I mean, Herschel was just as important to Maggie as Glenn was, and this is Maggie's perspective. So, it's this was just all about her dad this time. This was
Right.
about her dad, not her daddy.
Sure, but
her pappy.
my specific grievance was only regarding the watch.
Right.
That was
the not bringing
I
up the Glenn part is
completely
fine.
understand everything else that everyone has said, and I agree with it. But if we're talking about the watch and who owned it, who carried it, let's mention everybody.
Well, let's just say this to close that is
Yeah.
it's
That was a nice bookend. Started with it, ended with it.
we ended
Yeah.
with rage and we started with rage. No, but I want to end on something actually kind of nice because it's interesting to see, because we just touched on it now, and I think it's interesting that she can see this moment, look at Herschel Jr., her son, was not really technically junior, but anyway, and be so proud of him. And then that made her think of, and I'm presuming the flashback is her memory, that made her think of the time that was probably the most scary for her, the possibility of losing her father, having just amputated his leg, if I'm not mistaken, the timeline seems right. And then shortly losing, right, he did lost his leg.
At that point, yeah, but it was like healed, and he was
No, but like
treating other
so many
people.
bad things happen, and
Okay.
you're afraid. Your dad, am I going to be able to protect my dad? My husband is dying. There's all these things going on, and you wouldn't classify that as a good memory. But then this moment turns that memory into something more connective and more visceral and positive in a sense. Oh, I didn't think of what was saved. And in the end, Glenn was saved. He did make it. They met each other in Terminus, if I'm not mistaken. So you can choose to see your life, because up until now, Maggie's life has been pretty terrible ever since she left The Walking Dead. So the ability to see your life differently through a now experience is something. The ability to move forward, the theme of this episode that comes up, the Fram, to move on, to decide to leave your emotional wreckage behind, or choose to see some of that emotional wreckage as something, as a buoy, basically. So that's how we're going to end this episode. And with one more comment from Beehive Girl, there's a lot of booze in the Orville. I like watching Star Trek with it, with alcohol affected leaders. Agreed. Da-da-na-na-na. Anyway, bye everybody. We're going to say goodnight. And
Night.
thank you for being here. And before we go, I just want to throw this, because that's a thing that we have to do, apparently, because we are doing live things. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after these messages. We just thought we'd remind you to show this episode some love by tapping that like button, if there's one to be tapped, subscribing to our podcast or channel, and if available, enabling all notifications, and sharing the show, or clips of it, with everyone you know. And don't be afraid to reach out. Leave your questions, feedback, ideas, or even concerns in the comment section. There isn't one? Head on over to ratethispodcast.com/squawkingdead and leave your thoughts there. Rating our podcast is the best way to get our attention because it also boosts our visibility. And we'll probably address it in the next episode too. And if you think there's something to what we're doing here at Squawking Dead, tip us over on Ko-fi. As a token of our appreciation, you'll receive forever access to our Discord, along with 30 days access to our uncut episode and interview recordings, plus our pre-squawk insights. Take your support further. Join a membership tier on either ko-fi.com/squawkingdead or patreon.com/squawkingdead, and you'll unlock access to more channels on our Discord server, receive shoutouts at the end of every episode, and depending on what tier you join, the ability to join us on camera and mic to break down future episodes alongside us. Thank you for hearing us out and making it this far into the episode. We now return you to our regularly scheduled podcast. All right. Let's do one last thing before we go, and that is to thank our supporters, which is something that we do at the end of every podcast, but it saves me time on editing if I do it now. Those of you who join a membership on either Ko-fi or Patreon get this little tiny perk among many, an ocean of perks when you join a membership, one of which is shout-outs for our Survivors and Walkers members. A Survivor member who happens to be on with us, Jason. You can reach on Instagram via @NeosTheOne, @NEOS1 HEONE. Moving on to our Whisperers members. Wow, I forgot our tiers. Whisperers members. We got Rob Lucchese, who usually is on here, but he didn't have the time to do that because he was on a lazy river floating down with his family. You can find him on TikTok via @RobsStuff_N as in Nancy _thangs, THANGS, and of course Kim Rowley on Facebook, who you can reach on You can reach at kim.rally, the number 1, and scrolling on the screen for the audio visual podcast, which, you know, Spotify video is the thing, and you get the edited version or more polished version of the show on Spotify. You'll probably see walkers on this screen because that's a little perk too. Visual shout outs. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And if there is something that we missed, you know what to do. Head into the comments and tell us what we missed, and we'll definitely comment on it. And if it's worthy enough, I'll bring it to the rest of them to say what they feel like saying. So have fun watching House of the Dragon, and we are going to be talking about that live tomorrow night, the season 3 finale. And
so
of course,
happy and so sad at the same time.
Yeah. And hey, at least for Rachel and I, we've got so much more Silo to cover, which is incredible. I love that show.
So excited.
Yes. So bye, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you, BF Girl. Thank you, everybody who's been commenting. Take care.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
It's a feel good time. And hey, one last thing before we go. We're switching our recordings, our lives for The Walking Dead Dead City to Monday nights starting next week. So be on the lookout. Bye.
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 See you tomorrow.